With life. We'd like to appreciate the children from the School of Dance tonight and certainly represented by the honorable member representing the constituency, Honorable Adama. You're welcome, sir.
All right. Yes. Where your car? Okay. Let's go there. Why? Why? It's for the school. You work with the school. So promotion officer, you work with him. Which department? Economics. Chemistry. Economics. Also convocating. Okay. Why you don't want to? I got my he supplied you your data. The equipment is yours, so it's for the contract. Okay. Because this and this one, or this two, one is one. This business, I just finished school. I took money for this school. Okay, with this thing, yeah?
I'd like to recognize the presence of the Chief of Staff Government House, Professor Maxwell Gidado. You are welcome, sir. We also welcome the Secretary to the State Government, Malam Bashir Ahmed. Sir, you're welcome.
What does cross his hand?
Ladies and gentlemen, I request you to please stand up for the Vice Chancellor's procession. Can you all stand up for the Vice Chancellor's procession, please? Please stand and remain standing.
That you should shift. Exactly.
Na shi. We will be seated. In the name of the Almighty God, we welcome you to this citadel of Modibbo Adama University, Yola. May I, with the permission of Your Excellency, introduce to you our distinguished guests this morning. We have in our midst, and with singular privilege, a matter of duty, to introduce to you the visitor, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He is ably represented here by a role model to the Nigerian youths, a former member of the House of Representatives, a serving minister in the Federal Cabinet, the coordinating chairman of those that purchased the form for the President of Nigeria, Honorable Emeka Nwajoba, the Honorable Minister, sir. May I also introduce to you the man of the moment, the indefatigable executive governor of Adama State, Right Honorable Ahmadu Fintri, the happening governor, the performing governor. You have done it, and you are doing it, and we are seeing it. Your Excellency, we welcome you most profusely to this very important occasion. Honorable Ahmadu Fintri. We also wish to welcome most sincerely the Secretary to the State Government, Adama State, Engineer Ahmed. May I also introduce to you the Chief of Staff, Government House, Yola, Professor Maxwell Gidado. Sir, you're welcome. May I also introduce to you the representative of His Highness, the Royal Highness Adama, is ably represented by the District Head of Guinea. Sir, you're welcome. We also wish to acknowledge the presence of the representative of the Sheikh of Borno here in our midst. We also wish to welcome and acknowledge the presence of the Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, represented by one of our own, a two-time Vice Chancellor, one of which is this university, Professor Abdullahi Ribadu. You are welcome, sir. May I also wish to inform you that we have in our midst here the service commanders, Brigade Commander, the Director DSS, Commissioner of Police, and all other service commanders in Adama State. Let's put our hands together for them. May I also introduce to you the father of this university, His Royal Majesty Okuku wa Umu Adiaka III, paramount ruler of Akara in Akwa Ibom State, our Chancellor. You're welcome, sir. We have in our midst the chairman of council and pro-chancellor of this very important university, Alhaji Bashir M. Dalhatu. He was a minister in so many ministries. He was a Minister of Aviation, Minister of Interior, Minister of Power and Steel, and today, by the God's will, he is a pro-chancellor and also sitting as the Waziri of Dutse. So you're welcome, sir. We also have the happening Vice Chancellor, our VC, the 8th Vice Chancellor in the hierarchy of this university, in the history of this university, and the first and brand new Vice Chancellor of Modibbo Adama University, Yola, a 2-time Secretary to the State Government, 1-time Executive Chairman Adama State Primary Board, and a Professor of Geography, Professor Abdullahi Liman Tukur. We have in the Governing Council Alhaji Ibrahim Dogaray. We have Alhaji Abubakar Dogondaji. We have Mr. John Diogo. We also have Mr. Paul Iziobli, Kandu Obasi, and Professor Khalid Philip, Professor Margaret Natro, Professor Anjuma Jibasin, Professor Mohammed Sadiq, Engineer Abdullahi Yani, Malam Ahmed B. Lawan, Professor Mohammed Jafar Inra, and Professor Mohammed Musa Malwi, and of course the Secretary to Council, Hajia Halima Bala, who doubles as the registrar of this university. You are all welcome. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I seize this opportunity to invite and welcome, rather, our distinguished veteran Army General, the immediate past Chief of Army Staff, our distinguished convocation lecturer, and the sitting Nigeria's ambassador to the Republic of Benin, Lieutenant General Tukur Yusuf Burtai, retired. So you're welcome. May I also acknowledge the presence of the member Federal House of Representatives in charge of this constituency, Honorable Jafaru Suleiman Ribadu. You are welcome. May I welcome all our invited visiting Vice Chancellors. They are so numerous, and because we are behind time, we will get to know them during the goodwill messages. May I also specifically welcome the representative of the Speaker, Adama State House of Assembly, Honorable Mohammed Mutawalli. Sir, you're welcome. At this juncture, it's my singular honor and privilege to invite the Vice Chancellor to do May I at this point invite the Chancellor to constitute this assembly to the convocation ceremony. Your Majesty, he is to be represented by the registrar.
The university, diplomas, certificates, and other distinctions, as well as to award medals, prizes, and other titles. It also provides that the Chancellor should preside at all meetings of convocation for the purpose of awarding degrees. I therefore humbly invite the Chancellor, His Royal Majesty, Dr. Okuko Oumo Adiaka Deta JP, to constitute this assembly as convocation for the purpose of conferring degrees, diplomas, certificates, and award of prizes. The Chancellor.
distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the authority of the Chancellor to read and declare the convocation open. Whatever I say is being said by the Chancellor. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and visitor, Your Excellency, members of the National Assembly, honorable ministers and commissioners, my lords, your highnesses, members of council and senate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, by the authority vested on me, i.e. the Chancellor, I constitute this assembly as convocation for the purpose of award of certificates, diplomas, degrees, and prizes.
It is my honor and privilege to respectfully call upon the Chancellor once again, His Royal Majesty, Dr. Ukuku Umo Ajiaka III JP, to deliver his address. The Chancellor, sir.
This is the speech of His Royal Majesty Okukuwa Umuhadiaka JP, Paramount Ruler of Obot Akara, local government, on the occasion of the 25th, 26th convocation ceremonies of Modibbo Adama University, Yola. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, being represented today by distinguished Minister of Education, Minister of State Education. Your Excellency, the Governor of Adama State, Right Honorable Ahmadu Umaru Fintri, Your Royal Highnesses, the Pro-Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to this convocation ceremony in honor of those that are graduating today. This is surely a defining moment in the life of the graduating students. This is coming at the most trying time of our nation and communities after what we went through, the peak of COVID-19. I wish to express my gratitude to the visitor, President Muhammadu Buhari, for reappointing me as the Chancellor of this university. I also thank the President for changing the status of the university to a conventional one and for his support to the university. I commend the management and staff of the university for maintaining high standards at all times. To our graduating students, I again congratulate you for successfully passing all your courses in the university to be here today. May I also encourage you to be up to date in living in the world, in the global challenges of today. You need to meet up, standing up to face the realities of our nation's challenges with solutions, not complaints. You must learn to use skills learned during your stay to serve this nation and society in general. Finally, it is good to note that in life, you are to expect the unexpected. Life is going to be very challenging, and what you decide to do with it is entirely up to you. At this moment, take it up, become what you want to be, and go ahead to own it. Congratulations and thank you.
Once again, it is my honor and privilege to respectfully call upon the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Alhaji Bashir M. Dalhatu, to deliver his address. The Pro-Chancellor, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, hereby represented ably by the Honorable Minister of State of Education, Mr. Emeka Mwaju, Your Excellency, the Governor of Adama State, Ahmadu Umar Fintri, members of the National Assembly, Honorable Minister of Education, Madam Adamu, other members of the National Executive Council here present, members of the State House of Assembly and State Executive Council, the Chancellor of Modibbo Adama University, His Royal Majesty Okuku Uwa Omo Adiakar III, Your Royal Highness Dr. Markindo Ali Mustafa, the Lamid of Adamawa, represented by the District Head of Gire, Your Royal Highnesses, visiting professors and vice chancellors, members of governing council and the congregation of Modibbo Adama University, Yola, graduating students, parents, guardians, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am profoundly delighted to welcome you and the visitor of the Federal Republic of the visitor and the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to this auspicious 24th, 25th, 26th convocation ceremony of this great university. I also want to seize this opportunity to, on behalf of myself and members of the Governing Council, thank the visitor for finding us worthy of being appointed to serve as members of the Council. We want to assure the visitor that we shall discharge our responsibilities diligently as outlined by the Minister of Education during the inauguration of the councils. I want to use this medium to tell our graduates that you are our ambassadors, and we have no doubt that you will make us proud and that the training you have received from this university would have positive impacts on you and every community you may find yourself. The time for optimal performance has come, and you must prove yourselves as worthy representatives of this university. I have confidence that you will prove yourselves as world-class Modibbo Adama University Yola products. I commend the Senate and management of this university who worked tirelessly to keep to its academic calendar despite the challenging situation in 2022 as a strike and COVID-19 pandemic. Your desire to maintain the university calendar is highly commendable. Despite the financial constraints the university faces, you made effort to bring this convocation to reality today. We appeal to the federal government to convert the Federal Medical Center Yola Modibbo Adama University Teaching Hospital to facilitate the training of our medical students. The government should also graciously review its policy on embargo on employment so that to allow employment in the universities. That such embargo has created serious challenges in the development of education in this country. There are some areas that need improvement for quality service delivery, such as roads, drainages, and regular power supply. The Council, therefore, appeals with the federal and Adama state government to intervene and ameliorate these and some of the challenges in these areas. Let me at this juncture express the commitment of the members of the Governing Council for selfless service in fulfilling their statutory responsibilities. I commend the effort of the Vice Chancellor and his team in maintaining peace and order in this great university. I also commend and appreciate the University Senate and staff unions in like manner for their sense of responsibility towards the university community. I look forward to seeing more of this cooperation. All well wishers and friends of this university, we thank you very much and may God bless you all. Thank you.
It is my honor and privilege to respectfully call upon the Vice Chancellor, Professor Abdullahi Limanchukwu, to deliver the welcome address. Vice Chancellor, sir.
The visitor, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, being ably represented by the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Honorable Chukwumeka Modibbo. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Adama State, Right Honorable Ahmadu Umaru Fintri, members of the Federal Executive Council, members of the National Assembly here present, members of State Executive Council, members of the State Assembly here present, the Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, Chairman of the Convocation and Chancellor, His Royal Majesty Okupu Umuadiaka III, JP, Paramount Ruler of Takara, the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Governing Council, Al-Haji Bashir M. Al-Haji Wazir Induse, our Royal Father, Lamido Adama, Dr. Barkin Ali Mustafa, being ably represented by our landlord, the District Head of Gire, members of the Governing Council, Pro-Chancellor and Vice-Chancellors from other universities, the Convocation Lecturer, His Excellency General Tukur Ruwai, retired, Principal Officers of Modibbo Adama University, members of Senate, Congregation and Convocation, Coordinator and members of the Alumni Association, members of staff of Modibbo Adama University, Yola, parents and guardians, dear students, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed with great pleasure that I welcome you to the 24th, 25th, and 26th combined convocation ceremony of the Modibbo Adama University, Yola. We are here again to witness the presentation of certificates of first and higher degrees to graduates who have been tutored, examined, and found worthy in character and learning. I therefore especially welcome our graduates and rejoice with you for this academic achievement. It is my hope that you will use the knowledge gained in Modibbo Adama University, Yola for the upliftment of and in providing solutions to the myriad of challenges facing our dear country today. I congratulate the parents and guardians of graduates for this memorable day. Mr. President, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the combined 24th, 25th, and 26th convocation is the first I am hosting as the Vice Chancellor of this university. We express our gratitude to our founding fathers, former Vice Chancellors, friends and well-wishers for their toil and goodwill in driving the university through the years. This university has metamorphosed from being a university of technology, i.e. Federal University of Technology, Yola, Modibbo Adama University of Technology, Yola, to its present status as a conventional university, Modibbo Adama University, Yola. We pledge to continue to improve the academic tradition of excellence, rigor, creativity, and integrity that the university is known for. I wish to express our profound appreciation to the visitor and President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, for his assent to the bill converting this university to a conventional one. This was in response to a request made to him by prominent Adama citizens, led by His Excellency Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintri. We are also grateful to the visitor for the support we have received from the federal government over the years. We remain very grateful. We are grateful to Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintri for his love and support for this university. We want to appreciate the Senate President, Senator Ahmad Lawan, the senators and other members of the National Assembly from Adama State and the Northeast, for not only working to ensure the actualization of the quest for converting this institution to a conventional university, but also for their tremendous support in driving the quest for us to commence programs in the College of Medical Sciences. We equally appreciate the Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission and his staff for granting us approval to establish the College of Medical Sciences. Incidentally, the person representing the Executive Secretary, our former Vice Chancellor, Professor Abdullah Yusuf Ribadu, was the chair of the NUC committee that worked for the realization of the medical college. We are most grateful and appreciative. Today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a total of 12,866 graduates will be receiving their certificates from 7 faculties, the Center for Distance Learning, and the Sandwich Program. These are made up of 1,586 certificate and diploma graduates, 9,569 full-time and part-time first-degree graduates, with 133 graduating with first-class degrees. There are also 1,711 higher degree graduates, including 155 PhDs. I hereby congratulate all those who have invested in the education of the graduates. And my dear graduates, you have been handed the weapon of success in your endeavors, i.e., education built on critical thinking. What you make of it is up to you. Your personal development and success and the contribution you will make to society is solely in your hands. Visitors, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are all aware the last 2 years have been difficult and challenging. The ASU strike and COVID-19 induced lockdown of 2020 slowed us down in actualizing our set goals. Despite the challenges, modest progress was achieved in the execution of physical projects and in the entrenchment of academic and financial excellence and discipline. The construction of the College of Medical Sciences, administrative block, lecture theatres and laboratories is ongoing and at advanced stage. Rehabilitation work was carried out to arrest the degradation of the shoulders on some intra-campus roads. We are also constructing 2 student hostels to accommodate additional students on campus. We are improving the ICT infrastructure on campus, and by our plan very soon, services will cover the whole campus. We have also started experimenting holding paperless meetings, especially with the push from COVID-19 challenges. Our library stock of books and journals, both hard and e-copies, have been raised significantly. But that is not to say we are without myriad of challenges. But most important and the key ones, in addition to what the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council mentioned, with respect to our desire to see that the Federal Medical Center Yola is converted to a Modibbo Adama University Teaching Hospital, and the waiver we are seeking to be granted to tertiary institutions with respect to employment. We are very urgently requesting for the dualization of the A13 Federal Highway from Jimeta Bridge to Gire. It is an urgent need to address the heavy traffic along the segment of the highway. Added to this is the need for the provision of road and drainage network within this very large campus. We are also in need of intervention in the provision of office blocks and student hostels, given that we shall be expanding the scope of our programs now that we are a conventional university. I don't want to remind His Excellency Governor Ahmad Umar Fintri of the unfulfilled pledge made by his predecessor to this institution of constructing 10 kilometers of internal roads and 200-bed capacity female hostel on campus. This is because His Excellency has done so much for this institution, and we believe his plans for us is far more than the unfulfilled pledge. Your Excellency, sir, we look forward to the unveiling of your plans for this university, while thanking you for all the previous interventions and support. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to appreciate our students, staff, and all the staff unions for the cordial working relationship we have with them and the prevailing peace on campus, which provided a conducive atmosphere for academic activities. The cooperation of all stakeholders in the university has enabled us to pursue the goal of raising the academic status of this institution and producing graduates that will stand the test of time and offer meaningful contributions in developing the nation. May I, at this juncture, once again, congratulate all the graduates on their achievements. May you find success in your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Award of certificates and diplomas. The Chancellor, sir, the following persons who will be presented by the Deans of Schools and the Director of Center have fulfilled the requirements of the regulations of the Modibbo Adama University, Yola, and have been found worthy both in character and learning for the award of certificates and diplomas of this university. May I therefore invite the Dean Faculty of Education to present the graduating certificates and diploma students. The Dean Faculty of Education.